Hi, good morning. As you can tell, it's not exactly raining too hard right now. It's what Todd just called misting, and it seems to be coming in sideways because of the wind. We're currently over the Union Street overpass here in Bangor. The morning commute has not just picked up just yet. As you can see, there aren't that many cars on the road, and luckily, as of about a half an hour ago, the Bangor police tell me they have not had to deal with any accidents, but they are concerned about the possibilities during the morning commute as traffic picks up later on. Their biggest concern right now is black ice. If the temperature drops any more than it already is, you're going to see all of this water here on the roadway possibly turn into just a big coating of ice. So one thing you want to be careful about is that when you're on the road, and this is according to the Bangor police, if you're on the road and you're making that morning commute, you just want to be aware of that ice as you're going through, because they say it's difficult to tell which parts are wet and which parts are black ice. They use a term called ponding. As Sergeant Stewart with the Bangor PD tells me, ponding is when the water starts to build up on the roadway and you can't really tell where the road is just wet and where it starts to dip into puddles or where the black ice begins. So that's their biggest concern right now. Other than that, what you're looking at is just light rain coming in. Wind is a bit uncomfortable, so it feels like no matter how many pairs of fleece-lined leggings you wear, you can never really get that warm. At least that's how I feel. Little warmer than yesterday. I was in Bucksport yesterday and I noticed it was much colder. Right now I'm feeling more of a wetness in the air. It's a little bit more moist than it was. So with that said, you're not really going to feel too much of a tickle on your nose, but we'll see how it goes later on. The BIA, the Bangor International Airport, has been salting since last night, so if you do have travel plans today, you should be all set. All air traffic is running on time, and it's running very safely right now, so if you're headed down south or you're headed up north, you should be all right. But I'm going to send it back over to you in the newsroom, and I'll hang out here for a little while longer.
All right, sounds good, Katie. Thank you very much. Hi, Katie.
Hi, Lee. Good morning, Lee Sharon. And good morning to everybody at home. If you're staying home today, I'm very envious of you. It's going to be a chilly one out. As you can see right now, I am not in the most pleasant company with this weather. It's currently misting. It hasn't really picked up rain-wise in the last half an hour. We are still seeing a lot of wind coming in, so that is going to be your biggest problem right now. If you're going to see any sort of problem, it's going to be because of the wind. Also, we see the morning traffic picking up on 95 right below the Union Street overpass right now. Picking up just a little bit. If you're hitting the road this morning to go to work, to go wherever you need to go, make sure that you take it slow. The state police say the biggest factor in many accidents is going to be the speed. Is going to be the speed of the driver. So something you want to make sure you do is take it easy. Don't rush. Don't tailgate. Your usual normal things, but just make sure you keep it safe, because the biggest problem you're going to see with the road conditions is possible black ice. The Bangor PD is prepared to have some calls for slide-offs and hydroplaning, and that's because of the temperature drops. Everything you see that's wet down there could very well turn into black ice. So right now, just take it safe on the road. We've got 2 salt trucks right now, according to the Maine DOT. They're there for mostly maintenance, so we're not going to see, hopefully, too much icing, but just take it careful because you never know when you could possibly hydroplane. So, thing to know this morning, just take it easy on your way to work or wherever you're going. Lee Sharon, back to you.
Careful. Hi,
Right.
Katie Bavoso.
Hi, Sharon. Hi, Lee. Good morning. And that's right. There are concerns right now about the road conditions with the morning commute. The Bangor PD is concerned about black ice developing and drivers not understanding that the road is ending and the black ice is beginning. So far, we're not seeing anything too bad. People are being very responsible while driving to their early morning shifts right now. But the one thing you want to do is take it cautious on the road. The state police say the biggest concern and the biggest factor, I should say, in these driver accidents is speed. Take it slow. You don't want to hit black ice. You don't want to hydroplane. As you can see, today is rather misty, like we were saying. It's coming down right now. The wind has died down just a little bit, so right now we've got all the mist coming forward and not so much sideways on the left side of my face. Kids, if you were excited for a snow day, I'm sorry. Right now we're seeing there are no school cancellations in Bangor or the greater Bangor area. Where you see those are going to be up north towards Caribou, towards the county. So if you are in those areas, be sure to check with your school to see if they've been canceled, because as Todd said, you might be seeing some ice, you might be seeing some snow. As I said before, road conditions are rather all right now. Bangor PD said they have not had to face any slide-offs or any hydroplaning accidents at the moment, but it's best to stay cautious. At the moment, there are about 89 power outages, according to Maine, in the greater Bangor. Oh, I'm sorry, I should say between here and the Down East area. About 39 in the greater Bangor area, but those are expected to be put back on to power before 8 a.m. So if you're concerned about that, or if you're experiencing any power outages, please call into Amera or your power provider, and they'll be able to get that back up as soon as possible. At the moment right now, we're wishing I had a hot cocoa. It's one of those days. It's not going to be a fabulous hair day for you ladies. I'm sorry about that. And I'm wishing I had another pair of gloves. So when you go out there, stay warm this morning.
All right, Katie, thank you very much. And
well, good morning. We may be experiencing a lull in that nor'easter right now, but right now it is chilly here in Bangor. The wind has picked up, so it makes it feel like the temperature has dropped. Currently, I'm standing on about 2 inches of ice, so if I fall down, please put that on YouTube. It should be funny later on. But what's not funny are the road conditions. You want to be really careful about that this morning. Again, we are seeing some wind pick up, so that could be concern for icing on the roads. Bangor PD is most concerned about that, and they are prepared for there to be some slide-offs, some hydroplaning. So the best bet that you have as you pick up in your morning commute is to be careful, stay back, keep a good following distance, and you should be all right. I spoke a little too soon earlier. Kids in Bangor, it's not a cancellation for schools. I'm sorry, I'm not the cancellation fairy, but something you can be prepared for is there is a 1-hour delay for all Bangor schools, according to the superintendent, Betsy Webb. She recently tweeted that a few minutes ago. So parents, kids, sleep in an extra hour, but when you get up, be prepared to take on the roads and just be very careful when you're out there. State police say that the biggest factor in accidents is when the driver is not aware of their speed. So when you're out there today in the dark as the morning is late, allergies are kicking in already. We're in for a rough winter. As you're out there this morning, just be careful on the roads. Make sure that you're driving safe, and everybody will have a great morning commute. Lee, Sharon, back to you.
Also struggling with her hair blowing in her face like me this morning. Sorry, Katie.
Hi, good morning, Kelsey. I'm not quite sure which one of us drew the short straw this morning, but I hope you're staying dry at least a little better than I am, because as you can see right now here in Bangor, we're over the Union Street Bridge, over the 95, and we're looking at the morning commute coming on, going through this heavier mist coming down. It's probably a couple of clicks away from being actual rain. The commute has officially started. We are after 6:30. So if you're hitting the road now, preparing to go to either school or work, just make sure you're being careful, because police are very concerned about black ice developing and there being slide-offs. Now, I called the police just a few moments ago. They said they had no reported slide-offs or car accidents. However, over on the opposite side of the street, just a few moments ago, we see salt trucks pulling up, and we actually see the blue lights of a police vehicle pulling over. So there may have just been a slide-off or a possible accident due to the weather. I'll be looking more into that as we go along. Speaking of salt trucks, there are currently 2 on the road right now, according to the Maine DOT, and those are for maintenance in case there is a problem as the morning goes on. So to prevent any ice and to just be safe, they've got 2 salt trucks out there right now. Currently, I'm going to try to stay dry in this weather, like I said before, but now I am tossing it back to Lee and Sharon for real this time. Lee and Sharon, good morning.
all right, Katie, thank you.